Well, how's it going, subscribers? How's it going, new viewers? I'm Ion Prime, and got a good batch of stories to talk about today. No, I'm not going to be talking about the Xbox news. I want to stay away from that today. I want to give some kind of off-the-wall stories for today. Well, kind of. One is about just a physical game question that Insomniac actually answered online, and the Retroid Pocket Nova. Going to talk a little bit more about that as we got some more details on that retro handheld today. And also at the end of this video, going to show off my favorite collector's edition that I have in my collection. I'm not going to do an unboxing because that box is just, it's very tight, takes a while to get open, but I've got all the different pieces that I will show off in it, and you can probably see a little bit of a preview right there, but we'll talk about that coming up later on in this video. But first up, with GTA 6, with pre-orders went live today, and a lot of the big controversy of that game is that, well, if you order the physical version, at least right now, it's just a code in a box. So you don't get any kind of disc whatsoever with that. And that prompted some fans on X to actually ask Insomniac if Marvel's Wolverine will be coming on the disc. And they said, quote, the physical version will include a disc in box. So that is definitely good news. I very much like my physical media. Having said that, I do understand the convenience of digital. I understand why there is that push from gaming companies to go to just an all digital format. It's just cheaper. That's what it comes down to. I don't like the fact that you don't own a digital game. That is something that must change. Why are we getting just a license so this can be taken away at any point? If you buy this game with your money, you should own that game, whether it's physical, whether it is digital, and the laws around that need to change. But I am glad that we got this answer from Insomniac. I mean, the Wolverine game box, it is definitely going to look good on my shelf. The game is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait for it to come out in September. It actually comes out the day after my birthday, which is pretty cool. And there's actually been some news today that there could be a disc version of GTA 6. The rumors that I've been seeing is possibly December, but again, these are rumors. Nothing has been confirmed from Rockstar. And maybe that's part of that mix-up that PlayStation had, because they had a card that they put up doing some of the marketing where they had a disc-based version of the PlayStation 5 with GTA 6. They changed it to the digital version. So maybe there is a little bit to this rumor, but it's the rumor is December is when that disc-based version of GTA 6 could come out. It's very possible Rockstar may be doing this code in a box to prevent anybody from getting the game before the November 12th digital release and putting spoilers out there before anybody gets the game. Maybe that's why they're doing it this way. So I'll keep an eye on this story, and if that is the case, then I will let you know, and that'll probably please a lot of folks as we get closer to that release of GTA 6. And I'm also keeping track of Final Fantasy VII Revelation news. And I like this little tidbit of info that was passed along. It was actually yesterday when this was put out. But we could see several side characters from other games and other media in Final Fantasy VII Revelation. When I say media, I'm talking about, Advent Children. Yeah. We could see a little bit from that. But characters from Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, like in Intergrade, we got Nero and Weiss in Intergrade, which came from Dirge of Cerberus. And then we got Cisne, who was in a Crisis Core. She was in both Remake and in Rebirth. I would assume we would see her again in Revelation. That has not been confirmed. But director Naoki Hamaguchi, he said, quote, this Final Fantasy VII Remake series is not simply a recreation of the original work, but rather our goal is to create a single new Final Fantasy VII that incorporates the settings and concepts of all the previous spin-off titles such as Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, and Crisis Core. I think this is pretty cool. I'm just I'm just ready for the pre-orders to go up whenever that will be. I'm ready for the demo to go up whenever that will be. I'm ready to play this game when it comes out spring of next year. I'm so looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Revelation. I cannot wait. But seeing news like this just makes me even more excited for this final installment of this remake, Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. Some cool stuff there. And Retroid, they finally gave some details on their new handheld. Now, they gave some minor details just a couple of days ago, but we got some more details about that handheld today, including pricing and how capable this handheld is. The Retroid Pocket Nova, it's going to retail for $229, which is not a bad price for the 8GB model, and then $269 for the 12GB model. And it is compatible with emulating all the way up from 8-bit all the way through PlayStation 2 and GameCube. So obviously a very capable retro handheld device. It's going to come in several colors. It'll have a 4.5-inch screen that has a 4:3 aspect ratio, which is perfect for playing all those games. And that price, you've got to give them applause for a fantastic price on this device. $229 for that 8GB, $269 for the 12GB. You might as well go for the 12GB. It's not going to break the bank doing that, which I think is really, really cool. So if you want some more details on this, obviously I'll have that down in the description below. And finally, if you're looking for something cool for the Zelda fan in your life, Amazon Prime deals, which is running through tomorrow, they've got a really cool Legend of Zelda chess set that is available right now. Now, they put it on sale. It's like 5% off. So, I mean, it's not like a huge savings or anything, but it's $43 right now. And it's modeled after Ocarina of Time, which is definitely kind of cool considering we got the remake, the Ocarina of Time remake, which is coming out later this year for Nintendo Switch 2. But, this is a really, really nice looking chess set. And if you want a kind of a non-gaming-esque collector piece for that Zelda fan, I think this would be a perfect one for that. And again, if you want some more details on that, be down in the description below. All right, so I want to show off today my favorite collector's edition that I have in my collection. And this would be for Streets of Rage 4. I'm going to reach down here first, and I'm going to show you the box that this came in. Of course, this was from Limited Run Games. This was released 2020, I believe, is when we got pre-orders for this. It took about a year for all this to come in. They were having all kinds of issues with all the different pieces that were in it, but it finally came. But man, this box is absolutely fantastic. It is huge too. Stands about 1.5 feet tall. Yeah, and it's 10 inches wide. Yeah, this is a very, very nice box. Love the graphics right here on this side. Love that black and white there on that side. I mean, just very, very cool box right here for it. And again, I mean, this is high quality box. Again, I'm not going to do the unboxing because it's just extremely tight as far as the way the box fits with everything. And one of the first pieces of this collector's edition is you got this really cool clamshell case. And inside of this clamshell, as we open it, is a huge poster. I'm not going to unwrap it or unfold it here because it's just a huge poster. I won't be able to get all that in the frame, but it is a really, really cool poster. And next up, of course, you have the game case, obviously. And this has a reverse cover art, which features the name of what Streets of Rage is actually called in Japan, and that would be Bare Knuckle. So you've got this reversible cover art that you can feature for this game, which I think is really, really cool. Set that to the side here. And with that, of course, you got obviously the game physical edition, but you also got a really cool steelbook for it as well. And then again, it got kind of the same art that was on the box. Got the color on the side, the black and white on here. It does come with the manual, believe it or not, which is obviously something that you don't see a lot nowadays, but that's a fantastic steelbook. And then you have this other Genesis type clamshell case for Streets of Rage 4, which I think is really cool. And inside, when you open it up, and this is not plastic. This is like a heavy metal replica of the Sega Genesis cartridge for Streets of Rage 4. This is really cool. It actually has a couple of screws here on the back. I've never actually taken the screws off to open up and see what's inside, but I don't think there's not actually anything in there. It's just hollow, but still, really cool stuff. And again, that's high quality. I mean, that's metal. That's not a piece of plastic right there. But that's just a really cool, Sega Genesis type case for Streets of Rage 4. Good stuff there. And let's see, some of the other little extra stuff that came in it was art book, a hardback art book. This is not soft cover, but art book showing off all the different pieces in the game, like early art, all the way up to the finished art of the characters. Yeah, really, really cool stuff with that art book. This also came with, which is just a fantastic soundtrack. If you don't have the physical version of this soundtrack, I'm sure you can find it somewhere on YouTube. But man, the soundtrack for Streets of Rage 4, just banger after banger after banger. It is a fantastic soundtrack. I love having this on my phone, and I can play this whenever I'm on some kind of road trip. And as Limited Run Games likes to do, they have some really cool cards that they put in here, and this is the card that came with mine. Now, I did an original unboxing. It's actually one of the very first videos I ever did on the channel where I did a full unboxing of this. And I believe there was a comment saying that this was actually one of the rare cards with this. So, I don't know, but I'm going to keep it in the case just to make sure it stays in good shape. This is a really, really neat part of this particular collector's edition. I got a kick out of this. It's so much fun, but how about this? You got a turkey that could restore obviously part of your life, but it's a stress ball. Love this. This was just a cool little piece of this collector's edition. And the final part of this collector's edition, which obviously is just the absolute coolest part of this. Yeah. So cool. So cool. Love this. Love the base with the Streets of Rage 4 on it. And this is high quality stuff, right? Heavy bass. Heavy bass. Characters in great condition. Love this. This is so much fun. This Streets of Rage 4 Collector's Edition. This is my favorite Collector's Edition that I have, obviously, in my collection. But hope you enjoyed getting to see all of that really cool stuff there. Well, I'm Ion Prime. You know what to do, folks. Like this video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. I do not mind at all if you dislike this video. That is perfectly okay to do. If you're brand new to the channel, become a subscriber. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Love to have you as a follower. If you want to talk about anything that I've talked about today, do that in the comment section down below. All of my sources for everything I've talked about today, you can find that down in the description. So be sure to check out those sources, get some more details other than what I've talked about today. And guys, thank you again so much for watching. And keep your controllers charged because I'll have some more gaming news coming up for you tomorrow. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.